My name's Dean Lane, and I've been releasing music independently for the last 10 years.
But we now have a new variant of the virus.
When the third lockdown hit in the UK in January 2021, I knew I had to have something to do in my spare time. With no new song ideas or no inspiration to write anything, mainly because I wasn't going anywhere, I had nothing but 10 years of songs to look back on.
To catch the virus and to pass it on.
And if I was completely honest with myself, there are a few songs I didn't really do justice the first time around.
Time, you must once again stay at home.
So let's give them another go. This is Muscle Memory. Stop was originally called Threes and features on the Your Own Language album of 2013. So the guitar line for Stop, or Threes as it was called before, is quite this sort of fiddly guitar line of... It shouldn't really work the way the chords are, because it's... And then... Should we stop? I wrote it a few weeks after I was in a car crash and I lost a family member within a few days of each other. I couldn't separate these two traumatic events as they both happened so close to each other. The word stop kept coming to me. So this is the guitar line. When the song actually kicks in, the funky organ is a big part of this song, and I don't think it really works without it. And this was on the original as well. So if we just play those two together. Simple percussion as well, and of course the shaky out. I should have stopped until the pressure dropped, and all the sorries I can say. And as for the vocal, when it gets to quite deep into the song, I worked hard on really getting the harmonies right. Until the pressure dropped, and all the sorries I can say just get in your way. Should we stop? And once I had them down, they sat really nicely in the mix. When it came to the stops right at the end. Stop. So if there's a stop and then an octave higher. Stop. 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 I think it's an octave higher anyway. Stop. So when you put it together with guitar, the organ and the beat, sounds like this. At the end it's like a triangle ting, just to give it a bit more character towards the end. Let's play that solo on its own. If you can hear that. Stop. Stop. lockdown songs, we're off to a good start.
For the Ocean features on the 2014 album To the Skies. It was about wanting to slow down and to take stock of everything after you lose someone you're close to. When that happens, you can't help but reflect about what they've left behind and what impact they had on you.
Severed from all I know, with just my strength behind me, and old memories of home. I'll leave it in our nature that we all will pass through, and I will only be gracious and say I got it all from you.
Close to the Cage is the opening song from the 2015 album Control and Virtue. I was driving home from work one day and I saw a girl at the bus stop smoking.
Check 1, 2.
From a distance she looked really old, but as I drove closer, she was only about 17 or 18. The line just came to me: "Don't stand the way you stand."
A conductor without the force of a band.
The song then became about aggression and picking out aspects of people I didn't like.
Sleep so gently when she's alone,
It was good to get some things out of my system and off my chest.
and when you meet up, the blood cell. I can't stand the way you stand, like the world owes a living to the palm of your hand. All the time that you crave, it's no way to behave, it's no way to get what you demand. That was all. The way you stand, a conductor without the force of a band. It sends nails to the boards when your words are ignored. My oh my, this is not what you planned. She's alone, and when you meet up, the blood cells heat up and char her bones. I can't stand the way you stand, like the world owes a living to the palm of your hand. All the time that you crave, it's no way to behave, it's no way to get what you demand.
The song Oh Emily was part of the Fool EP that was released in 2016.
Right, so we've got a simple beat down for the start of recording Oh Emily, to get a good acoustic recording down. This, by the way, is so I don't get any infection again.
Emily is a real person. I watched a Channel 4 programme called Hunted, where you had to evade capture for 30 days by essentially living off grid. She went a month without being caught, and even went back home to see her child halfway through. She was amazing, so I had to write about her.
Open the shutters, open the curtains wide. Your stomach it flutters, and somebody let you inside. If life is a car crash, somebody's let you know it right. Just don't let it pass you by. So I've got a guitar, acoustic guitar track and a drum track that I'm happy with. I'm now just using the electric guitar to pick out some bass notes to add a little bit of character to the song. Okay, so this is what I've got so far for Emily. I've got the drums, sort of the main beat, and then change for the chorus, and the breakdown, a little few clicks just to make it a little bit different. So I've added acoustic guitar on the bass, and it's not fully mixed yet, obviously. And it sounds like this. Just finished a full vocal take of Oh Emily. I did it once through and it just didn't sound right, and listening to it back it just lacked energy, so I've just deleted it all and done it again, but with a bit more energy to it, a bit more vigour. The vocal just wasn't matching the energy in the song, so now I'm just going to go through it again and try to add a bit of harmony. Oh Emily, oh Emily, you took a trip back home to see those eyes. It only seemed a second since you said your goodbyes, eating up the miles with your disguise. Some by being honest, and some by telling lies. Just come out for a walk with the dog. Bit of a break from recording today. And this is the third lockdown, and I think we've all got used to reflecting on where we're at the moment. But revisiting these songs has been a great way of me reflecting on my best stuff. And I think by accident I've started a greatest hits without even thinking about it. Been releasing music since 2012, so nearly a decade, and I think what I'm recording now is the best stuff of that decade. Maybe I should call it Dean Lane's Greatest Hits, Best of, The Story So Far, Part 1. It's worth a thought.
She Never Sleeps is the second song from the 2017 EP Colour Colour. The song is about things changing in life, the ending and closing of chapters, in this case, the start of a new job. and the ending of another. Every now and again in life I come across a special kind of person. Relentless, restless, the tunnel-visioned. This song is a celebration of those people, as well as a statement that I'll never truly understand them. Okay, I've just started work on She Never Sleeps. Started off with a drum pattern. The original that's on the Colour Colour EP is finger-picked. So I thought I'd just give it a new twist. So this drum beat's been in my head for a few weeks. It goes like this. So I wanted the guitar to copy that melody, copy that beat. Fiddling around for a bass line and couldn't find it. I thought maybe it doesn't need bass. So I turned to the grand piano and worked out this line. So I'll play on its own. So everything together sounds like this. An airplane takes off full of people you never knew. But what does it matter? Just let it get over you. And hit the ground running when once it was all so still. With hands like a carcass, dead-eyed and dressed to kill. That was the one. I said honestly, I bet she never sleeps. It's one for the April, one more for May. Taking on board every word that they say. I said honestly, I'll bet she never sleeps. It's one for the April, one more for May. Taking on board every word that they say. I said honestly, I bet she never sleeps. It's a mouthful. It's one for arrival, one for the leave, one for the sweat and the dirt on your sleeve. I said honestly, I bet she never sleeps. It's one for the April, one more for May. Taking on board every word that they say. I said honestly, I bet she never sleeps. I think I've struck on a brilliant harmony for the chorus and I don't want to lose it. So I've done a rough one but it's not quite right, but it really, really lifts the chorus. I'm excited about it. It's one for arrival, one for the leave, one for the sweat and the dirt on your sleeve. It's one for arrival, one for the leave, one for the sweat and the dirt on your sleeve. I said honestly, I bet she never sleeps. It's one for the April, one more for May. Taking on board every word that they say. I said honestly, I bet she never sleeps. So I got a notification on my COVID app yesterday saying I needed to self-isolate for 6 days. Don't know where it came from. I mean, I've been working, but I've been seeing a lot less people than normal. I've recorded 7 songs so far. Stop, Know Yourself 7, For the Ocean, Close to the Cage, Oh Emily, She Never Sleeps. And that's everything that I had written down. But after a bit of thought, and the notification yesterday saying that I can't leave the house for a week, maybe I could have a few more. Well, since I'm self-isolating, I can only really go back to one song. Homebird is the title track from the EP of the same name, released in 2014. My dad said that he has a way of describing me and my brother to people he meets. He said that as children, my brother could be in a toy shop and get bored, whereas I could be in a room with a brick and could entertain myself. And that's what inspired Homebird. I'll be your homebird. Would you join me? Spread your wings. Please give me please give me a reason to stay indoors. Trying to find a harmony for the chorus. At the moment it's I'll be your homebird. I don't know what to do underneath it. It needs something. So just lift it a bit. Try that. I'll be your homebird. As you will find every day. And all the little shortcuts and dead ends. I'll be your homebird. Would you join me? Spread your wings. Just finishing off Homebird. Just coming up with an electric guitar line for the piano bit. It goes like this. Friday Afternoon is the last song from the Fool EP from 2016. It's a Tuesday night.
and I thought I'd make a start on Friday Afternoon, which is song 9. I was in two minds which way to go with this one. I really liked the song. I didn't know whether to go a different way with it this time and slow it down and do a bit of a ballady type thing, but I think looking at the songs that I've done so far, I think it needs another rocker. As Close to the Cage was the rockiest so far. And the last two I've done have been quite slow and quite sentimental, so I thought I'd give this one a bit of oomph. And what I'm doing is just laying down the scaffolding of the drums. So I've set the pace. I think this will be the trickiest bit really, just getting all the drum parts put down, and then we'll go from there.
My grandma once told me that when my granddad finished his shift down the coal mine on a Friday, he would spend the rest of the afternoon in the social club, singing Elvis songs on the karaoke. If you met him now, you wouldn't believe that. My grandma's a huge Sinatra fan, so I thought it would be quite funny to pit the two against each other in the breakdown. Sinatra could sing, but he was never the king.
Day 2 of Friday Afternoon. Got all the drums together, got an acoustic guitar lined down, and a bit of piano just to set out the different chords, and bass. So it's going alright. The original song has this riff. In the intro. So I'm going to do a slightly different version of it. We never question what we come to accept. Tied up in centuries are the secrets we kept. We never question what we come to accept. Tied up in centuries are the secrets we kept. You will sing the blues. I'll shock up and blue suede shoes on a Friday afternoon. So I've done more work on Friday Afternoon today, and I did hit a bit of a wall earlier. I wasn't too sure whether rocking it up a little bit more was the right thing, but one little change has made me sort of feel very positive about it again. So this was what every chorus sounded like, the 3 choruses in the song. So if we ever need you will be discovered with a drink held in your hand and a microphone in the other. Once I added the piano to the chorus, I realised that sounded quite good, so I just stripped away little bits of the drums and the electric guitar. So the first chorus now sounds like this. So if we ever need you will be discovered with a drink held in your hand and a microphone in the other, and you will sing the blues. I'll shock up and blue suede shoes on a Friday afternoon. So as you can see, there's gaps here because I need to redo the 2 verses because they weren't as good as the rest of the song. So I shall do that now.
Into the Air features the lyrics To the Skies, which I named as the title of the album it features on, released in 2014.
To the sky.
Into the Air was written after my nan passed away. The whole album is about grief, reputation, and what you leave behind when you go. I had this image of your parents throwing you up in the air, preparing you to do the same in the future. It seemed right to ask my cousin Eilish to sing on this song, so I drove to her house and recorded it in a dining room. My nan would have loved it.
You should be proud of everything. Thank you for everything. If pride's a sin, then I will sin. Thank you for everything. So I got a notification on my phone yesterday saying that it was 7 years to the day that I recorded Eilish and her singing for the original for Into the Air. So I sent her a message and told her, and I said that I'm redoing it for these lockdown songs, and would she be interested in doing it again? And she said yeah, she'd love to. So I'm going to finish the song today, send her the instrumental for her to have a listen to, and we'll see what comes back. So it's about 2 weeks later, and Eilish last night sent me a couple of takes of her singing on Into the Air. So I'm just going to spend the morning having a listen and trying to put her into the track. Let's see how it sounds. To try it again because there's a bit of bleed with the original track. It's quite loud here.
You should be proud of everything.
So if we can take that off, it'll be a cleaner vocal. But that's alright so far for a rough version of it.
Be proud of everything.
Okay, Eilish has had another go with the song Into the Air. Bit tricky this time because there's so many tracks and I'm only allowed 8 tracks to work with at a time in Ableton because it's Ableton Lite. So I had to kind of mix everything that I did and then kind of mix my singing and sort of guess as to where to place Eilish in the mix, because Eilish's singing is separate
to the actual mix down of everything that I've done so far.
The shame to the skies.
And if we start to add in Alish's harmonies,
Shame to the skies.
so the one she sent a couple of days ago was the same melody as me but higher, and it just didn't fit right. It was too high, and I asked her to think about a harmony. So the harmony she sent was this one. I'll just play it on its own.
You should be proud of everything.
If you add that in with mine, it sounds like this.
You should be proud of everything.
So the harmony that Alice does is kind of in every chorus, sat nicely in the mix, but Alish's melody really drives the song along the two melody lines.
You should be proud of everything.
Put the harmony underneath, sounds quite nice.
You should be proud of everything.
And in the first chorus, Alice is quieter than in the second and third, because I want her to grow as the song goes on. So the final chorus gets a bit bigger.
You should be proud of everything.
Thank you for everything.
If pride's a sin, then I will sin. Thank you for everything.
They threw you into the air.
And that's Into the Air finished. Did it last night. Really, really pleased with how it's come out. And that's song 10 of 10. Really happy that I decided to devote the third lockdown to this. Just the fact that I had something to focus on during the evenings, and when I had a bit of spare time, just to come in here and have a go at these songs again.
To the skies. To the skies. You should be proud of everything. Thank you for everything. If pride's a
I think these are my strongest songs that I've done so far, and to go back to them and to give them a bit more energy, to give them more harmonies, and to come with all the experience that I've had so far and the software that I've got, and to really make the best of them, has been worth doing.